Hey guys, good morning and welcome back to the channel. I hope you've all had lovely weekends and you're very fresh coming back into the week and things are looking positive. Things are looking really good. Something I've always thought to myself is, right, when you can't see what all of the bad actors are doing, talking and speaking about, you should be pretty concerned. When we can actually get them in the spotlight, we know what they're doing, that we can kind of figure out what they're planning. It really helps to settle the nerves, in my own opinion, right? So although there are all of these sort of like negative things that we're shining a light on, we're figuring it out, right? And we're becoming to be able, everything's so much easier for you as a person to understand, right? If you know what's going on, if you can actually take the situation and instead of just being confused about all of the different moving parts, instead you just see the one machine moving. So like I said, we've got a lot of different things going on. We're getting what I was explaining about this this mass media effect of whatever we do, specifically when it's positive, and there's a lot of it, and the social chatter is there. We're really going to see the mass media take it upon themselves to report on the situation. They need content, and it's good content for them. It gets people to their sites, and they get their little bit of the pie, so to speak. But for us, it's good news. This is what we want. If we can get picked up by the bots, if we can get picked up by AI bots, trawler bots, spider bots, anyone who's using anything to crawl anywhere, as long as the social input is there, it's going to keep picking up on LUNC. And then what happens with like normally with like a lot of cryptos, right, is the buzz kind of like wears off a little bit, if that makes sense. It sort of, you run out of good things that are going on, and eventually you're going to be sort of scraping the bottom of the barrel as a blockchain when you run out of CEX listings and different things like that. At the end of the month, I feel like the cycle begins anew and all sorts of different things could happen, because Binance burns on the end of every month without fail, and that's definitely probably one of the top contenders of our blockchain, which totally sets us aside. And in my opinion, why would Binance do such a thing if we were just some totally junk meme coin that has no future? You just wouldn't waste millions upon millions upon millions of dollars of trading fees to just burn LUNC for this blockchain that apparently has no potential. Now, it is Monday, and I have been working probably for the past week on part 4. And I was going to drop it this morning. I thought to my God, no, what am I doing? It's Monday. I don't want to bug people out like that. Not in the morning, at least. So I'll be dropping it later on today, probably. It's all edited. A lot of work has gone into all of this series of LUNC Got Weird. But specifically this episode, a lot of time, energy, effort goes into it. And what I'm trying to do is construct timelines which people can understand. And then if somebody else is confused, you can say, well, you know, go watch HCC's video. This will give you a timeline as to where these people have come from and where they've ended up at this point. And honestly, it's another cracker. If you haven't seen the LUNC Got Weird series, go back, look in my videos. I'll probably add it into a little specific playlist of its own, but have a listen. It's mind-blowing to say the least. But anyway, let's dive into all of the different things really I want to catch you up on. We've got 4 different proposals up. 2 of these I have voted no for. Definitely not a fan of hiding voting results. It's just absolutely silly. I want to know who's voting what. And like I said, you don't want people to be able to act in the shadows. That's when things become dangerous. As much as I love LUNC bans, let's just develop things. Let's build tools, utilities, games. Let's get games to come and launch on the chain. Let's get projects to launch on the chain, so then the burn tax gets utilized. That's the key to burning, not building some weird burn program where you're asking CEXs once again to burn coins. It's been 2 years. Binance are the only people that are burning. Just get used to it. It's a fool's effort, in my opinion, to just keep chasing this same thing. It's like a dog having a stick tied to its collar with like a a carrot in front of, well, not a carrot, dogs don't like carrots, I'm side tandeming, but a meat in front of it, and it's chasing it over and over, and it's never getting what it really wants. Now, contributions without KYC, I'm going to have to do a specific video on to give my input and like what I realistically see issues with this. This is definitely something, right, that's 50-50 in my opinion. There's both sides of the river to speak about when it comes down to this, because ultimately it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing. And the whole point of KYC is knowing that each individual person that is contributing code to the code base is known and can be held accountable. When realistically you can work under one developer, it would be so much easier for someone to trick the KYC, right? Have one KYC situation where they can put any of the code in that they want, right? And then some bad actors get involved and they introduce a line of code. Ultimately, the chain gets rugged. All of the assets get jacked out of all of the pools, right? And then we go to this one developer that's been KYC, but he's had 10 developers working underneath him. And then you find out, oh God, they've tricked the KYC system. This person's not actually the person who they said they were. And yes, you can trick these KYC systems. We live in the 21st century where artificial intelligence is at an insane level. There's monkeys who can now use keyboards without even having them plugged in. As to the adding circuit as a recognized KYC provider, this is a great idea. Like I said, with proposals, if a proposal passes, everybody needs to understand if there's a change to be made, an addition to be added, or something to be ironed out, a kink to be flattened, you're going to need to do a follow-up proposal. And I think that's what this is. These are both going to go into an independent video later on today, probably, if not tomorrow, for you folks to digest, go through and hear my opinion on the situation. But I think this is a great idea. Something I'm finding very funny at the moment is some of the Luna validators, what they're putting in the memos is just absolutely disgusting. And it's funny to see this kind of behavior from people that are, you know, in charge of like companies, and these are actual companies, and they're putting crazy stuff like that in the memo. I'm not going to bring it up. I'm not going to dunk on people like that. I'm simply just going to say that's what's going on, and they're simply doing a no with a veto, which is very spiteful. There's going to be a lot of spiteful people. As per the video yesterday, that person has actually deleted their Twitter account, which was very interesting to say the least. So there you go. You're all caught up on governance, what's going on, the ins and outs, the ups and downs, the lefts, the rights. Cross the T's, dot the I's, and you're pretty much there on Monday morning, ready for part 4 of LUNC Got Weird, right? So let me bring up this article quickly as we come into the closing part of this video. I don't want to keep you too long here this morning. Hope you're enjoying your coffees. I'm definitely enjoying mine. So 5 reasons why Terra Luna Classic price is rising. This is really important for all of us. The Binance LUNC burn, the LUNC breakout above the downsloping trend line. This is something I've been covering with the double bottom, the head and shoulders, the dragonfly doji we've seen, and then just all of the proposals that are being passed. And there's been a lot of short liquidations, and finally we're rising above 1 trillion LUNC staked. And this is all stuff, right, that you guessed it, the external media is reporting on. And then guess who gets to see this? All sorts of new people, all sorts of new users that are getting involved. And like I said, right, this is the trickle effect. This is what I'm just going to call it. It's the trickle effect, where something happens right at the top and it starts to trickle feed down. It goes out through all of the media outlets. Now, on to the point, right, of new users, because we're going to be acquiring a lot of them. The biggest issue we have right now is, like I said in my previous video, there's centralization of a lot of weird things on this blockchain. Right. So like I said, for example, if you go to TFL, if you've been guided from the CoinMarketCap website, you're guided then to the Luna TFL group, and then TFL then guide you to Vegas's group or Rexy's group, who's Terraform Labs. Now, for me, this is not good. This needs to be changed. If anything, there just shouldn't be any official groups, and no one should be doing that kind of thing. It's disgusting. You're centralizing new users, and they're only coming to you thinking, oh God, geez, you know, people, and as we know, people coming onto this blockchain who knew absolutely nothing are gobsmacked to know some of the stories that have happened way back in time. So this is going on. It is actually happening, and it's definitely something that needs addressing. And I think the community should definitely pursue this. And you can go and double check everything I said, you know, do the routine of what I just explained, where you go and click the links, you go and join the group, you ask for Luna Classic information, and then they provide you more links, which takes you to Terra Veto or to Vegas's groups. And, you know, there's a lot of gatekeeping in different senses of supposedly there's like loads of different people talking to Binance, the quants, Vegas, loads of different people. And in my opinion, right, it's just gatekeeping. What I actually did with Terra Classic Coalition and getting more or less the L1 and other people interconnected with another group of people, I simply made all of those connections and then renounced myself from it. Because I don't gatekeep things, I don't centralize things like that. I build things, I develop things, I create stuff, I put it forward, and it either gets given to the community or I remove myself entirely from it, just like the DCM and all of the other pretty little tools we've created for this blockchain. LUNC Dash is coming back, definitely keep an eye out for that. We are crawling the chain at the moment, we're getting all of the data ready. It's definitely going to be making a comeback. That will be your one-stop shop for everything you need for Luna Classic, and hopefully in the future we'll stem out to other blockchains that we talk about here on the channel. So folks, like I said, don't want to keep you too long here this morning. Just stay safe, trade safe. It's so important that you just act very smartly during times like this, and no journey in crypto is ever directly upwards. So remember, if you're looking at the day charts and stuff, there's going to be ups and downs, in my opinion. I always find every time I sleep, it all goes up, and every time I wake, it all goes down. Does anybody ever feel like that? Let me know in the comment section. But folks, get involved in the competition here. Every month, there'll be 3 winners. 10,000 USTC, God, 10 million USTC, I'd be a baller. 10,000 USTC, 1 million LUNC to the top 3 commenters every single month for you folks. We've got indicators dropping at some point this week. Those will be tied into the LUNC Dash. Those will be available only through our Patreon that we have in the description box below. We do all sorts of portfolio updates, all sorts of different things there that you can get involved with and keep up to date with what's going on behind the scenes here at HC Crypto. But folks, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, and as always, catch you in the next one.